sales.
What I
Sure.
read, it seems like it comes from estate sales. They go to like estate sales
Exactly.
and they buy the weird stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They haunted dolls go for like 13 a piece, and there's taxidermy vintage toys, and they even
Would
have a
you pay
battered
to have your
saw.
house haunted by a damn doll? I'm not doing that. I'm just saying. Anyway.
It even says they have a battered saw with the words "tattoo removal" painted on it. Like,
Tattoo
I'm
removal.
not
okay,
going to pay somebody to
yeah.
give me a doll that's going to mess my life up.
Hey, real quick, does anyone have a Ouija board that they're trying to get rid of that they would like be willing to give me?
Not me.
Just comment or send us a message because I want one.
I think I was 10 the last time I saw one.
What about that one guy? Have him send you a pink one.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool too.
That'd
Yeah.
be cool. I haven't seen one since I was about 10, so that would be 48 years ago. Scary.
So you're 58 years old. You just put that out in the streets like that.
I did. It's
Well,
out there.
she
I don't
started
really
the show
care.
off with "I'm a grandma."
I'm a grandma. Yeah, I did. I don't really care if anybody knows how old I am. I'm old. I'm freaking old, man. I'm like decrepit. Thanks for agreeing with me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, we don't argue with women, so
that's a smart man right there. Thank you.
I
Okay.
wouldn't go that far to say we don't because I do.
Okay. Good for you, Chris. Smart guy. Okay. Max, learn from Chris.
But apparently they
And your-
sell a lot of stuff because they're always rotating stock like all the time. As fast as they can fill it up, the items get purchased, which then allows them to go and continue the hunt, which is the best part. That's practically it right there.
Mm.
So if you want to go to Tennessee and find a store, go ahead. Don't send it to me.
Well, you can go to Memphis. It'd be a little closer, maybe. Just a tad. Memphis has a bunch of weird stuff in it. And they're on Beale Street. That was like New Orleans. Max is looking at me like, what are you talking about? Anyway, that's okay.
No.
I'm your elder. Make an excuse for me, Max. Come on.
I have no idea.
He looked like he was on his phone looking something up. I have no idea.
Mm.
Okay. Let me see.
All right, what's next?
Hold on. I've got something here.
Okay.
How about this one here? Clocks.
Yes.
Let me see.
You remember that house we went to in Duncan?
Yeah.
I was listening to that audio today and listening to the clock ticking in the background. Lisa, you remember that place?
I do.
Okay. So we were actually making reference to it a few days ago, but you know, that was very interesting, you know, in light of the conversation we had a few days ago, to listen to it again, because it's on an old recorder that I actually gave to my grandson and hadn't erased it off of there. So, you know, I think the validation of the whole clock thing is real. Like you
If
had
you-
sent
Well,
us.
If you still have all that
Message.
audio, I'd like to get all of
I
it
do.
from you.
Okay, I got it.
I do too. And, you know, we also had that with the house in Chickasha where the
Right.
clock getting louder and louder and louder. And
Yeah.
Max, there was something recently that you were talking about that, and we may have just been talking, and you were telling me about something. You talked about the clock getting louder, and I mean, I believe there's a correlation there. I really do, between, you know, and we've kind of, I think, maybe touched a little bit on this before, but the time continuum and you know, the energy being left behind, maybe people from
It was
one
one of
realm
the
to
handyman's.
Yes, because
The
you
clock
said you
started
heard the
getting
clock
louder
getting
Mhm.
there.
louder. Yeah.
And it was, it just kind of, I don't know, it was just kind of a common thread through several things that we've done before. But I found this on this recorder today. I put I mean, it was out of juice, so I put new batteries in there and listened to it, and I was like, wow, I need to tell them about this. So I'll get it to you, Max. But kind of interesting.
Yeah. Whenever's fine with me. I like having all that stuff. So
Right. I'll get
Well,
it to you.
I always talk about that about the clocks, and then like I said, Max was listening to some audio, and we were talking
Mhm.
about maybe trying to go Saturday and seeing if we could, talk with Joe and let him know what we found out. But we were talking about that, and he said it happened to him again, at Handyman's, hearing it
Really?
get louder and louder and louder. So,
So he's been noticing it too, not just
yeah,
us. Okay.
right.
Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Huh. Okay.
Dinner.
nothing.
Mm-mm.
Do what, Max?
Nothing. It's just boring tonight, right?
We
No,
stopped. We stopped so you can talk about the next thing.
No one's
Yeah.
talking.
I I was actually sitting here reading something you shared the other day about the horrific exorcism.
We'll read it.
Well, I already moved on. But you
That was
shared
so
it.
5 minutes ago.
No, I was looking at it, because I had
Lisa Kardashian.
I
Five
saved it
minutes.
so that I could look at it, and I went to it and was kind of reading it because I just find it interesting. But Max had actually shared it.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I probably won't be able to find that.
Well, we were also talking about the when you were talking about the clocks, and before that, we were talking about the mining up there at Pitcher and the lead, the zinc, and all that kind of stuff. And that's another thing. I mean, it wasn't on our list of
Mhm.
topics, but it was something else we'd been talking about is the different things that we absolutely believe, or I know I do, and I think most of the rest of you do, believe that
Mhm.
those different things can affect energy and can affect if there is something left behind, and
Mhm.
affect hauntings essentially.
Mhm.
Want to touch on that, Max?
Say that again.
Okay, like sand, lead, zinc, all the different things, the soil that can affect the hauntings or the things left behind. The
It's like built up energy,
right,
Uh-huh.
like
Right.
was it limestone, quartz, and stuff like that.
exactly. Because that's what I was saying. The different things. I mean, the energy that's left behind, whether it's residual or if it's just if it's trapped energy. If but honestly believe that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Hello.
This here is the most horrific publicized case of exorcism in American history. America's
He found it
foremost
before I did.
exorcist, Theophilus Reisinger, I don't know how to say that name, faced off with Lucifer himself in the grueling 1928 case of demonic possession in a rural
Mhm.
Iowa convent. Covenant. Um, I've lived in Wisconsin my entire life. Researching is fascinating. Blah blah blah. All right. The exorcism of Emma Schmidt. Father Reisinger performed his very first exorcism in 1912. The subject was a girl from the town of Marathon, Wisconsin, whose name was either Anna Eklund or Emma Schmidt. She has been written about under several different names, presumably to protect her identity. She had begun to manifest symptoms of demonic possession when she was just 14. Rasinger, who became known as Potent and Mystic Exorcist of Demons, as noted in the February 17, 1936 issue of Time, was called upon to perform the rite. Rasinger drove the demons out of the girl and went on to help many others he believed were in need of spiritual cleansing. Many years later, in 1928, Emma was in her 40s and found herself once again experiencing symptoms of demonic influence. She wanted to pray, wanted to go to church, as usual, receive Holy Communion. Vogel wrote in Begone Satan, it's a book called Begone Satan, but some interior hidden power was interfering with her plans. Someone's TV is really loud.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't have a TV in my room.
It's not.
I have a TV in my room. Do you hear? Are you hearing music or something?
Yeah.
Over here, TV.
That's my TV. Hang on. You want me to turn it off? I can do. Un momento. Let's see.
I was like,
Oh,
that's
it's on.
really loud.
It's on mute. You're hearing like people do trapeze music. La 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 la. Sorry. It's okay. I turned it down.
It said, but some interior hidden power was interfering with her plans. The situation became worse. Instead of improving, words cannot express what she had to suffer. She was actually barred from the consolations of the church, torn away from them by force. She could not help herself in any way and seemed to be in the clutches of some mysterious power. She was conscious of some sinister inner voices that kept on suggesting most disagreeable things to her. These voices tried their utmost to arouse thoughts of the most shameful type within her and tried to induce her to do things unmentionable and even to bring her to despair. The poor creature was helpless and secretly was of the opinion that she would become insane. And then there's more to it, but there's a lot. There's a lot.
You don't want to read it all?
It's a lot.
We've talked about exorcisms and things of that nature, and I think we've all heard about ones that were close by here. And
Right.
I think most people, obviously, that tune us in believe in the things that we do, but just to let everybody know,
Who's taking pictures?
if they are doing this in the church, if the church is, saying, hey, this is something to believe in, and if, because I know that we've had people who've said, well, if you're Christian, you can't do the things that you do or what have you. Well, I think that we all know that that's not true, because
Right.
of the stuff we do or study comes right out of the Bible.
Exactly. We're trying to help people and help understand what's going on, and then try to find out what kind of help they need.
And just have a great knowledge of it.
Right, exactly.
And who wouldn't want that?
Well, in my opinion, everybody should want to know that, because it's confirmation of, the afterlife. That this isn't what it's all about, This is a room that we live in right now, but we're going to move into the next room later, Just because I can't see you doesn't mean you're not there for energy.
Absolutely.
So, anyway, but that's my opinion on it. What's yours, Chris?
What's my what?
What's your opinion on all
what we
this?
do on the why we do it, what we're studying, what we hope to learn.